Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel, and today in this video we'll be covering my round 4 game in the Horse and Buggy Tournament. In this round I am playing actually this was a FIDE master. I actually looked him up. He's actually a FIDE master, but he's like really old, so his rating has dropped quite a bit. His CFC was almost 2200, around 20, like high 2100, like 2170 something. I'm playing the white pieces, and let's see how I fare. So d4, d4, d5, c4. We go for a queen's gambit decline. Bishop g5, knight b7, e3. Here my opponent plays c5. Quite the dubious move, to be honest. Here I should have played c captures on d5 after e captures on d5. Something like queen a4, pinning this knight. And then after bishop e7, I can take on d5, and then c captures on d5, let's say. And after knight captures on f6, queen captures on f6, queen takes, and pawn takes. Here I'm just cleanly up a pawn, and this position is just clearly better for me. I can develop my pieces, castle, and this is just a relatively simple position up a pawn. However, in the game I played d captures on c5, and then here my opponent plays d captures on c4. Here I play c6 to try to damage my opponent's pawn structure here. B captures on c6, bishop captures on c4, queen a5, attacking the bishop, also simultaneously setting up a pin here. Here I should have played bishop captures on f6 to get rid of this bishop, and then also after knight captures on f6 I have an extra move here to play knight f3. After something like bishop to b4, here I can simply castle. The idea being that here if you play bishop captures on c6, b captures c6, and queen captures c6, thinking you win a pawn. Then here I simply have a move like queen a4, attacking this pawn. If you play something like bishop d2, then here I can play rook a to c1, and then probably rook f to d1 to take advantage of this bishop somehow. Let's say queen b2 for example. And then after rook b1, then I'm getting in on the 7th rank. And if you look at white's positions versus black's, my king is already safely castled. All my pieces are nicely developed. I'm getting in on the 7th rank. I have a lot of activity. Black still isn't castled and still has a lot of problems to solve. However, in the game, here, after queen a5, here I actually do play bishop captures on f6, knight captures on f6. Here, however, I play knight g to e2, which is alright. Rook b1. Here I play bishop b3. Here, knight e4, and here I thought it was really creative with the move bishop to a4. Bishop to a4 is an option in this position, I believe. However, castles is better. I consider castles, but I thought for some reason I could go for something a bit more stylistic or a little bit more complicated, per se. However, this actually isn't good, because after bishop a4, and bishop d2, bishop d7, which I saw here, I calculated the move queen to d4. The idea here is that if you play knight to c5, then here I can play rook a to d1, and you can't play knight captures on a4 because simply queen captures on d7 would be checkmate. However, here for some reason I just completely hallucinated that my opponent has the move rook to b4, and this just simply wins the game on the spot. The idea is that you're attacking this bishop. Let's say I have to play something like queen to d3, then you can simply play rook captures on a4. I can't take back with the knight because there is a pin here, which is why I should get my king castled a bit more earlier. Alternatively, if I play queen d1, which I did in the game to protect the bishop, then my opponent can simply play rook captures on b2. Here I play queen c1, just a random move, and after rook captures on e2, king takes, knight takes on c3, king d3, and knight captures on a4. I just resigned the game here, seeing as the fact that I had a rook for 3 minor pieces, and I'm clearly going to lose this position considering I'm also down a pawn. So not a great game at all by any standard. Should have just followed opening principles and just castled as soon as possible. But it's a good learning experience again. And let's see if I can bounce back in round 5. Thanks for watching.